Now that we have created our name credentials, we can register our external service. From here, we will go and add an external service. You can either call in from MuleSoft or you can use an API spec. For our example, we are using an API spec. You can just name this weather service, right? I mean, it's just for our example. Service. All right. Always best practices to have a description here, but for time's sake, we are not going to do that. So we know what our named credential is going to be, or the API. We already set this up. And now you can there are 4 different methods of having this service schema, which is the API, essentially here. You can use a relative URL, an absolute URL, complete JSON, or upload from local. So for this particular example, we're just going to upload the schema. Where are we going to get this schema from, you ask? Well, remember when we set up our Swagger account? Well, that is where we are going to get the schema from. So when you create your Swagger account and then you go follow the link from the Weather API website, it actually takes you here. And this is where you see the URL, but that didn't quite work how we would have wanted it to. As you notice, there's a V1 here and we don't have that in the credential. It's just the HTTPS up to that. We don't have the V1 there because you'll see it's added in a different way. So, and then you see you get your key, and the key is provided by the website. And then you'll see all the APIs and all that good stuff there. But this doesn't do it like we would need it to do. So what we wind up having to do is go to your home. So you want to basically kind of go to your home page, right? And then you're going to search for Weather API. Now you might be thinking we were already there. Well, not quite. And for I had to go grab this one, the one created by them, and open it. So here it is. And this file, right? So this is the API schema, the JSON schema. This is our file that we are going to export the API as JSON resolved. And from here, we're going to take that file Now that we have that file, we are going to upload it. And then the schema gets validated to make sure it's able to be utilized. So your version gets thrown in here. You see your parameters are tossed up here. So here is our file. Once it's been validated, you will have the option to essentially bring in and create actions from the API spec. So based off of what we saw in the spec and the responses that we should be getting back, that's what we want here. So we want all of it. And then you'll see what actions are created. So external services will create these actions that you can utilize in your flows and Apex and all kinds of other things that's in Salesforce. So you just want to finish that up. And now we have our weather service.